Hi everyone. Good evening. It's super late. It's just about midnight, about to hit the 3-3 portal. But I wanted to quickly share this reading with you because this is something that I'm obsessed with. It's a beautiful reading and it is channeled for a very, very specific divine masculine and feminine collective, so this will not resonate with everyone. So do not force it if it doesn't fit your story or your circumstance, but if it does, hopefully this will give you some clarity and some hope and direction on where to go. So do forgive me for being in my nightgown. Like I said, it's super late, but I've been holding on to this reading for a couple of days now. I want to say since, well, maybe not. It feels like a couple days, but I think I pulled it last night, yesterday, or not last night, but so maybe the night before. So maybe it has been a couple days. I can't remember. I do know that this was an energy check-in from this past week. I have been getting a lot of reach outs to see what's going on with the collective, but with specific people asking if I can, kind of check in and tap into their energy and see what kind of messages are for them. So this may or may not be for them, but it just might be because again, I I tap into the energies that are of the same frequency that I am tapping into, and I am very much tapped into the small collective of lovers who consider themselves on a conscious love, light working twin flame journey, and who believe that their mission individually are to be as light workers and heal, the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind with their own gifts and callings, and their own personal divine purpose, but then also have a soul contract with another being on this earth that share the same vibrational energetic frequency for the mission of experiencing the highest vibration that humans can experience in this earthly journey, which is love, and thus healing that love wound amongst humanity. So, like I said, this is a very, very, very specific message for a very, very small, specific collective. So, this is a collective. You may have had a celebration recently that you went to. Perhaps it was a celebration where you and your divine counterpart were together. Maybe you were celebrating together. Maybe you're celebrating, Three of Cups is the first card that came out for the masculine collective. I did weed out the strongest energies from the initial read, but I'll still kind of explain where those energies were. But it was a lot going on for the initial read, and there was a lot of fear-based energies that were just kind of, what's the word? I don't know, distracting or just kind of, excess noise essentially. So I weeded out the strongest energies, but this was the very first card that came out for the divine masculine collective, and that's the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is the cup of celebration. So there could have been a birthday, a wedding, a family reunion, maybe a class reunion, anything that, like, you know, indicates this, you know, coming together of friends, family, soul tribe, and having a celebratory, you know, event, a celebratory time together where you're cheersing and just enjoying each other's company. That could have been, you know, for you and your divine counterpart. So anyway, this masculine collective, this masculine energy came out with this celebration card of Three of Cups, recognizing that that Three of Cups was an opportunity, a divine opportunity for some sort of reconciliation, some sort of union or reunion. You see how this has the kind of marriage. That's why I'm saying that this, for very, very, very specific collective, there was a wedding that brought this masculine and the masculine's counterpart, you know, divine feminine together. And in that time, it awakened the masculine recognizing of the divine opportunity that this had, and that this was, and it caused the masculine to recognize the masculine within himself. It was the opportunity, this celebration and event awakened the divine opportunity for the divine masculine to step into who he truly is. And it was and it was an opportunity for him to recognize that this connection is more divine than I want to say he really gave credit to, because underlying after the Three of Cups, three kings came out, all reverse. First was the King of Swords. That is, you know, argumentative. That is, you know, and from what I channeled was withholding truth, not speaking truth, not making decisions, because when the King of Swords is upright, they are the decision maker, making that ultimate decision, final decision, regardless of anybody else's choice or opinions. In reverse, this masculine felt as though he dropped the ball to communicate clearly, to make that decision, to choose what the King of Cups came out after, to choose what he emotionally truly wanted for himself, to have that emotional maturity, to have the conversation that he knew needed to be had. That was a perfect opportunity to do so. And then with the King of Pentacles reverse was, you know, indicates excessive. I always forget what the other one, corruption, that's what it was. Indicating that he still felt that he was in a space that was too unhealthy, too corrupt for this divine feminine. I'm hearing because he saw this divine feminine in her divine feminine space. She was confident, she was excited, she was the light, because at the bottom of the deck here is the sun. She was the sun, she was the sunshine, the light of the party, the light of the party. And she brought and it caused him to feel inadequate, is what I heard. That's why those kings were in reverse. He let his self-judgment, disempowering beliefs talk him out of truly taking this opportunity into its hands, to truly recognize, to see that this is a divine connection, that this is a soul connection. And that's why I call this this is a twin flame conscious love awakening connection, because this is the connection between, look, the angel of love holding them together, Archangel Raphael, right? And we have Lemuria with the balanced forces, with the little dragons as another indicator of twin counterparts, twin souls, right? Yeah. And it's interesting because the Emperor came out on clarification of the King of Cups reverse. And the King of Cups is described, and reverse is described as narcissistic. So this masculine is recognizing his narcissistic behavior. Though he's not a narcissist, but he's recognizing his selfish, egoic, corrupted behavior that prevented this union to really come into, because this Lovers came out upright when on top, like, and it flew out and landed on top of the Seven of Pentacles that the Divine Masculine had also drawn. Seven of Pentacles indicating divine timing, nurturing. Seven of Pentacles is planting the seed and trusting that it will grow, right? It's the mustard seed of faith that can move mountains, but having to trust in its becoming, right? And nurture it all the way. That was upright. And then the Lovers on top of that came out on top, flew out on top of that. So this masculine does believe in this connection. Sorry, I'm covering this up for YouTube's sake. This masculine does believe that this is a beautiful divine connection, that this is a divine love opportunity, that he is the divine masculine for the divine feminine. And the Lemuria also came out with the throat chakra. Express your truth. The throat chakra color is affiliated with blue. So blue might be significant, again, for this very specific collective. Blue is the healing color of your throat chakra, to express your truth, right? To speak your creativity, to speak, I don't know how else to say it, speak your truth. And perfectly enough, as above, so below, the feminine strongest energy that came out is the Ace of Swords. That is divine truth. The truth will set you free. Divine intervention, right? She's trusting that this experience, or this, that this event, this experience of them seeing each other, she's trusting that the divine is taking it into its grandiose hand and clearing the way for the opportunity to present itself for this communication that is long overdue, I'm hearing, and extremely, extremely necessary in order for any movement to continue between the two of them. I'm also seeing here with Lemuria, so, well, I said Lemuria, but then I picked up Don Miguel Ruiz with the Four Agreements, but the next Year of the Dragon card for the Divine Feminine is vulnerability. So Divine Feminine is learning how to be vulnerable, while Divine Masculine is learning how to balance this energy, the forces between the two lovers. This union. Now, vulnerability, in order for her to really speak her truth, she has to be vulnerable, and she has to learn to ask questions, to not make assumptions. This is the Four Agreements Oracle. To not make assumptions and learn to ask questions. It's always better to ask questions than to make assumptions. Have the courage to ask questions until you're as clear as can be. Once you hear the question, once you hear the answer to a question, you won't have to make assumptions because you'll know the truth. That's what she's learning, of how to have, for her space, for her heart. She's trusting in opening up her heart, her throat chakra, to speak the truth and express her truth. And it does take vulnerability. And she's also learning the fourth agreement: always do your best. Take your life and enjoy it. You are alive, so take your life and enjoy it. You were born with the right to be happy, to love, and to share your love. I'm going to say that again. You were born with the right to be happy, to love, and to share your love. Just to be, to take a risk and enjoy your life is all that matters. That's all that matters. So she is learning that. She's making, making choices, learning how to speak her truth, learning how to be vulnerable. And being vulnerable not only means to ask questions instead of make assumptions, but it also means to take your life and enjoy it. That is a space of vulnerability, because vulnerability is the space where you feel uncertain, right? Vulnerability is the space where you feel uncertain of the outcome. And I've been hearing this mantra that, I've been taking with me over the last week or so, and it's expect the best, accept the rest. Expect the best, accept the rest. Not accept, 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 accept the rest. That is how you live non-attached, not detached, where you just throw in the towel, right? But non-attached, where you still want the best, you still strive to do your best and enjoy your life by putting in the efforts and taking the risk to live your God-given right, and that is to love and to give love and to experience love and to have fun and to enjoy. Don't be afraid. It's like getting a tattoo, right? Like, why be so afraid of getting a tattoo? Well, it's understandable that you might get a tattoo and then you might want to change it, and then you might regret that you got it because you wanted to change it. Well, that is all the more reason why you should get a tattoo. To get out of that spot spiraling mental trap of fearing your choice. Just follow your intuition. Okay? It's just a tattoo. It's just ink on your skin. I mean, you can't really erase it, but you can technically, remove your tattoos if you really want to. Right? Or you could turn it into something else, be an artist. Okay? Just fix it up and do it with another way, right? But there's no, the thing about a tattoo is that if you get something that you truly love, something that you truly care for, that you know that no matter what, you're still gonna believe in that, then it doesn't matter whether the way you got it is perfect. It doesn't matter where you got it is perfect. I'm mad that this tattoo is so big. I got it during COVID, during 2020, when I couldn't have anybody in the shop with me, and they're like, it looks great from the car, and it's huge. I wanted it to be half this size, right? But I didn't trust my intuition. But I'm also not regretful of it. I do wish it was smaller, but there's nothing I can do about it now, right? I still believe in the infinite peace and love, right? So it may not be absolutely perfect, but life isn't about perfection. Life is about excitement. Life is about experience, right? Life is about enjoyment. So that's what the feminine is learning. And that's what the feminine energy is teaching this collective. Okay? And then, and then I did tune into some channeling for some, for animals, because we have cat spirit and swan spirit here, right? So look up, the spirit animals behind swan spirit and cat spirit. I think of cat spirit as independent. I also think of the Egyptian ties, because cats were really strongly, highly acclaimed and worshipped, or I guess honored, I guess you could say, in Egypt. But they're independent, right? You don't really need to hands-on take care of a cat. I mean, honestly, if you try to over love it, it'll scratch you. Right? It's like, love me in my moments, but give me my space. And the feminine is learning that as well. And it ties in perfectly aligned with Lemuria's card, Fur and Feathered Friends. This is what I consider the strength card in Lemuria, because this is the divine feminine goddess, so gentle yet firm enough to be able to create a safe space for all the animals, as gentle as a bunny and this sloth, but also as stern and gentle, as to be able to tame the lion, right? This one's got the fox. She's got a hummingbird, a rooster, a snail, a snake, an eagle, the eagle holding a crystal over her crown chakra, butterflies, right? A fish flying out in the air, out of the water. I mean, it's just the epitome of the strength card, having the stern but gentle strength to be able to create a safe space for the masculine and feminine to come together for vulnerability. I mean, that's perfect, to have that strength for vulnerability, to hold the space where it can be safe enough to be vulnerable, to speak your truth. right? And then I have the collective message, the collective energy, the divine masculine feminine as a collective energy. And it was absolutely beautiful. So I'll start with Lemuria because Lemuria has number 41, Realm Bridger. And I forgot to say the numbers to these. Some of these might be significant. We have 7, 27, 19, 56, 41, 31, 40. So this also can reduce down to 7, 9, 5, 4, 10, or also 1, 11, and 4. So some of those numbers might be significant for some of y'all. I know, for instance, home was at the bottom of the deck, and it resonated strongly with me because home is number 31, and that's my soul path number. And I'm coming upon the completion of my solar return for my soul path number of, this is my solar return, and I'm returning back home. My 31st year of around the sun taught me how to return back home. And it's the truth. Coming back to my authenticity, back to my purity, back to my divine purpose, back to why I was here, back to my divine feminine, my divine goddess essence. That's back home. Soul is home, right? And when you return back to home, that's where you bridge the realms between 3D and 5D, physical and non-physical, ethers and earth. And that's where these balance forces finally come together in this beautiful divine union, which is worth celebrating. Beautiful, right? So now, even more beautiful, going into the collective tarot of the energies, we have the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. So I love, first of all, the number ascensions and synchronicities are gorgeous here. We have 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10. So the fact of the growth of the 7, 8, 9, 10 is beautiful. The completions of 10, 10, 10, stunning. Just wait. 8 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. That's walking away from what is no longer emotionally fulfilling. Because you're standing up for what is right now. Standing up for what is your truth. This is the collective, feminine and masculine, and their highest frequencies, their highest energies. Standing up for what's right, what's their truth, even if they're standing alone, even if they're walking away from the 8 of Cups on their, by themselves. What are they doing? They're walking into the 9 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. And I'm releasing a little bit of fear from that. And they are 10 of Swords, laying down the swords, laying down the burdens, the mental cycle, baggage, the toxic cycles. They're ending. 10 is a completion. So they're walking away from what's no longer serving them, standing up for what they know is right for them in their truth, so that they can walk into their emotional fulfillment, ending the cycles, ending those cycles of mental entrapment, as well as deception. Ten of Swords is where you're laying down with the Ten of Swords in your back, in your front, right? Ending the cycles of deceit, of false promises I'm hearing, of broken promises I'm hearing, of lies, of cheating, of stealing, of hurting, of betraying, not only of their own doing, but of allowing others to do that unto them. That's why they're walking away. And then you have the Seven of Cups reverse and the Two of Cups, because they're walking into their emotional fulfillment. And what is their emotional fulfillment? Union with their divine counterpart. Seven of Cups is options. Seven of Cups reverse is no longer allowing options to get in the way. There's no other option but the Two of Cups. There's no other options but each other that this collective is making. The Divine Feminine Masculine collective is choosing. They said, I don't want to choose any of these cups. The only cups worth choosing is you. That is just so beautiful. And then it gets even more beautiful because they recognize that in choosing you, no, not putting you as options again. I'm sorry that I ever made you feel like you're an option, but you were the only option all along. It's always been you. You get the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. That's happily ever after. That's generational wealth and legacy. That's a brand new cycle. The ending, completion of this emotionally fulfilling, loving, wealthy, rich, and abundant cycle of family, harmony. And that's family going on down the road, down and down into the next generations, to the next generations, this love, because they decided to lay down, look, 10, 10, 10, because they decided to lay down and finish and end the toxic cycles of swords of deceit, of swords of betrayal, swords of lying, cheating, stealing, of swords of everything that was no longer serving them. That's why they walked away from it. That's why they chose to not choose any of the 7 deadly sins, because none of these cups were fulfilling any longer. That the only cups that mattered were each other's cups. And in that decision, they are going to build a beautiful, eternal future. Now the new cycles begin. Spirit says now the new cycles begin. You've completed the old cycles. You've completed what your soul's mission was, to end generational curses and toxic cycles. And now a new cycle begins. And that is your mission, to love. That's your mission, to celebrate. That's your mission, to be together in harmony, in union, in balance, in divinity. Why? Right? And the Lemuria card that came with that, on the other side actually, is radical expansion. So yes, put these back. Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. Radical expansion. If I'll say this is radical expansion. And that's when you allow yourself to live in your truth, right? That's when you allow yourself to do what is called for you, regardless of what other people think, regardless of what they try to sway you to do or be. When you come home to your truth, when you express your truth, right? When you tap into your strength, when you take your life and enjoy your birth privilege, which is to be happy, which is to be loved, which is to love and take risks and enjoy life to its fullest. And you receive and you create a life of Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. Radical expansion. When you allow yourself to balance your energies, your forces, and be vulnerable, you come into a life of radical expansion. When you trust divine opportunity, divine intervention, you come into a life of radical expansion. I am perfect just the way I am, and I get better every single day. My possibilities are endless, and I'm becoming the best version of myself. I'm evolving, I'm transforming, I am surrendering. The sun and the moon are here with the masculine and feminine. They are each other's sun and moon. I heard the song, I only think of you on 2 occasions, that's day and night. Beautiful, right? The Wheel of Fortune, the Wands, 6 of Wands, victory over what is meant to be, fated destiny, written in the Akashic Records, already written in the stars for them. The path is wide open. Do your best, don't overdo it. I wrote a song this morning, a song channeled through me this morning called I Choose You. And it goes something like this. I choose you. There's no one in the world I'd rather do life with but you. All I can think about is spending forever with you. You're the one on my mind the moment I wake up until I lay back down for bed. And you're all I've ever wanted to wed. Oh baby, I promise I'll always choose you. That's the energy of this reading. That's the energy of this energy. And I really do claim and wish it upon anyone who is watching this and desires this to come into fruition with their divine counterpart. Keep believing, keep trusting, keep praying, keep manifesting. because the path is here. It's written in the cards, in the stars. You are worthy, and your right, your birthright is to love, is to be loved, is to enjoy your life. So stop trying to make it so perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's going to be messy. It's going to be weird. It's going to be hard. But it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be worth it. So don't give up. Don't give up on this love. Don't give up on your divine counterpart, even if they're moving hella slow, or maybe they're not quite acting or taking action in the way that you want. Trust them. Trust your love. Trust divine. Everything will be all right. Airi and bien faith. Everything is all right in good faith. Namaste. Peace and love. God bless. Until next time. Bye.